Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for coming to the channel. I'm bringing you more freshly squeezed juice. It's breaking news, and I need you all to do me a favor first prior to me bringing you this. Can you go on and tap on that subscribe button? Not the red one on front of me, but the black and white one below this video. Tap on that notification bell so you can get all the updates. Click that like button if you like the video. And please always leave me a comment so I know what you guys got on your mind. Thank you. Okay guys, I know everyone is familiar with the Idaho student murders that happened in Moscow, Idaho, where 4 young college students were brutally crossed over to the spirit world while at home in their beds at night. It was supposedly had happened in the wee hours of the morning, like around 3 a.m., when the students were at home in their beds asleep. Since then, there's been an all-out search for the person who committed this vile act, and FBI agents has been on the case, with even bringing somewhere around 60 FBI agents out of retirement in order to investigate this horrible crime. Well, guys, there's been an arrest made after all this time and all this looking. The police has arrested a young man named Brian Christopher Kohberger. According to TMZ, Brian Kohberger was picked up at his parents' home in Albrightville, Pennsylvania, which is close to the Pocono Mountains in the Scranton area, if anybody is familiar with that area. I actually lived in Pennsylvania for a lot of years, so I am familiar with where this area is, where they picked him up from his parents' house. But anyway, let's get back. Brian Kohberger was arrested at his family's home after being surveilled by the FBI for about 4 days, and they were in his area tracking him, and finally made the arrest. The arrest warrant was issued after the police in Moscow linked his car, a white Hyundai Elantra that they had been searching for. They linked it back to him and to his address. He actually had driven across country from Idaho back to his parents' home in Pennsylvania, and that's where he was subsequently arrested. It is still unclear if he had a relationship with either of the 4 who were crossed over into the spirit world, or if they even knew him at all. But it is alleged that he, Brian Kohberger, entered into that home in the wee hours of the morning and one by one stabbed each individual and eventually was responsible for their demise. Sources say that DNA and forensic genealogy left at the scene is what tied the two to the suspect. These students and roommates who shared a house together were the victims. Katie Goncalves, here, a student at the Idaho State University College, along with close friend Madison Mogan, who also was present that night, and no one is sure whether or not there was a relationship between the two of these ladies and the young man at all. we're still waiting for more information that's said to be come out. Xander Canoodle, who was also present and was also one of the victims of Brian Kohberger, was present that night, also an Idaho State University a college student, along with her friend Ethan Chapin, who she was in a relationship with. And he also was present in the house the night that the tragedy occurred. It's alleged that each student was stabbed while they were asleep in their beds and probably never knew what was coming. And it's also being said that they're trying to find out exactly how he entered into the home and committed these crimes. Kohberger, who was raised in Pennsylvania, graduated from Northampton Community College with an associate's degree in psychology. Then he went on to DeSales University and obtained a bachelor's degree and also a Master of Arts degree in criminal justice located in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Although it's been reported that everyone cooperated fully with the police during the arrest at the home of Brian Kohberger's parents, that his parents did say that the actions were totally out of character for their son, who's being charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder as well as felony burglary in the case. He has denied any involvement, and he said that he will waive extradition back to Moscow, Idaho, to fight the charges. It was said that it's alleged that when he was arrested, that he made a statement asking the police officers, was he the only person to be arrested? Which makes me think, guys, that maybe he did not act alone, but that's just my own opinion. Because if he felt someone else should have or had been arrested, then maybe he know that he wasn't alone when this tragedy occurred. But we don't know for sure, and that's why we need to wait for the evidence to come out. In a news conference, the chief of police, James Fry, who had come under much criticism for the community feeling that he had not done enough to try to resolve this issue, this tragedy, made a statement saying, "These murders have shaken our community and no arrest will ever bring back these young students. However, we do believe justice will be found through the criminal process." He said it had been a very complex and extensive case, and it has been, guys, because it's been going on since early November. We thought not a lot had been discovered, but apparently they must have kept a lot of it hush hush because they made the arrest and they say they're confident that they do have the right person. He also went on to say, "We developed a clear picture over time. Be assured the work is not done. This is just started." It's being said also that a probable cause affidavit has been used to obtain information and that the rest will right now is sealed, but it will at that time be unsealed. Also, because he was arrested in Pennsylvania, he has the opportunity to either waive extradition and return voluntarily to Idaho to fight these charges. But if he chooses not to return, then the Moscow police can initiate extradition proceedings, and they intend to do so through the governor's office if they have to. At the time of the tragic incident, Brian Kohberger was a student at Washington State University and was pursuing his PhD in criminology there. He was described by some of his fellow student classmates as being somewhat awkward and socially did not really fit in, and tried to fit in with the fellow students. And also is saying that he has no criminal history, that the only thing they could find on him was a seatbelt violation in August of 2022. So guys, for someone to have this type of a background, never been in trouble, seeking education to further himself, how does one find himself in this type of a situation? But we don't know the evidence, guys, and it's left up to them to show us. Thank you guys for coming. Please leave me a comment in the comment section and tell me how you feel about this tragedy and what's going on in this situation, the time that it took, the involvement that was presented by law enforcement. And you know I love you guys. So please take a moment, and if you didn't subscribe earlier during the video, go on now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment, and tap on that notification bell so you can get all the updates immediately. Thank you guys. You know I got much love for you. Smooches now. Smooches.